Welcome back to the Ambition Over Fear portal. I'm Atlas Opia, and I help people expand their interdimensional knowledge. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing something that occurs when you're shifting into your greatest potential timeline, when your soul is leading you into a path that truly allows your desires to emerge in this form of satisfaction, but you feel as if you still have ties to the past and you're being pulled between the old you and new you. I want you to do this technique that I'm going to present in this video. And if you're new on this channel, or if you're back here, subscribe to this portal of knowledge and expansion, interdimensional healing. Each time I make a video, I look at what do powerful, ancient, advanced starseed souls need on this planet. What are the bits of information that are missing from our brain's integration of our soul, and how can I structure the information in a way where your mind starts to integrate that higher dimensional consciousness that has been pushing through and guiding you into the next stage. So definitely subscribe and check in. Let me know how you're doing down below in the comments. So to jump right into it, I want you to realize that your soul is formless, okay? And when your consciousness chooses to be placed in a human body, you have to create a connection to the world around you, so you have a sense of intimacy with your body and the world you're in. And that is primarily why the mind has been programmed to help the soul by giving it a container of identity, a story of who you are and how you relate to the world around you. Okay, so once we know how the mind has been programmed, we're going to reuse this functionality in our system and not just dismiss it. Meaning, what can happen is right now you're moving from who you used to be, the way your soul has previously interacted with the world, and how your mind has kept it in that framework, and you're wanting to let go of that attachment of who you were and move into a way of being on this planet that truly honors your soul's power and your potential and expands upon the genius that you are, right? Your infinite creativity. So moving from one version of reality into another is moving from one story into another story. But in order to make that shift, you have to first release the idea that this old story is who you are. And you remember that you're an interdimensional soul getting to have the experience as a human with thoughts, emotions, and an identity, but not that you are those things. So initially you have to let go of the story by realizing you are a soul, and your mind is just information that could be on repeat because you unconsciously agreed to a certain identity, a pattern of existence, and that your emotions are just the connections you have towards those thoughts, which are not you, but you've experienced them. And your body is what holds the energy of, your thoughts, and really how you connect to those thoughts, which is the emotions they store in the body. So once you understand why you feel so connected to that old timeline, why you feel as if it is you and you can't move on from it, then you can start reprogramming your mind to understand that you're truly just deciding a new story. That's all you're doing. And you're going to move into the flexibility of your soul to do so. And before I go into how to do that, I want to tell you that right now I'm feeling called to extend my gifts and my abilities to anybody who needs it that is watching this video. If you are a starseed or a ancient soul and you have a part of yourself that you don't necessarily understand yet, but you know that there is this journey to keep gaining more information and knowledge, and you're curious about it, I want you to consider signing up for a free starseed coaching session. I only have about 4 slots left for next week, openings. So if you feel that calling, don't let the fear of your mind stop you or your pride get in the way. Realize that sometimes we call each other in as souls we've met in past lives, and we're just helping each other expand and grow. And that's why I'm here too. And if you go and book your coaching session and you get that moment to entertain something new I can bring to your life, something I can recall from your akashic records, but there is no more availability, I want you to send me an email, because I will soon be going on a short break and some time off. And so if you can't book your free session now, send me an email and I'll get back to you once I come back to everything, which will be 2 to 3 weeks from now. So let me know. And also, to move right into that other topic, is your flexibility of the soul, is you realizing that the truth of who you are is an interdimensional being, and you're just aligning with a different energy when you're moving into a new timeline. But you first have to release any attachment you have to the old you, the old story. And you do that by letting go of any expectation in this moment of what this planet is going to bring you. Letting go of any idea that you need something to make you happy, right? Now, this is not ideal for long term, but I want you to look at this diagram for a second, right? Picture a V. This is your old story, okay? In order to let go of it, you have to return to your soul and know that you have everything you need just by being a soul in a body and having your 5 senses intact and leading with the curiosity of your inner child and learning more about yourself and the world. That way, you're not trying to directly in that moment use a world to make you feel fulfilled when you have everything else inside of you. And then once you're in that free-flowing state, you go to the other side of the V, which is now reassociating to Earth with this new story. So sometimes you have to leave the structure of who you are and how the world works and return to your soul, where everything is pure in the moment because the past and present are not real in that higher dimension. And then you can decide what story you want to move into. Okay, so just imagine that V. And sometimes you may be feeling a resistance, you may be feeling something heavy, and that's because you're in the process of letting go of the old identity. But now you have to return to the oneness of yourself and the universe. And in that moment, remind yourself that you can release the expectations of what a goal or manifestation is going to give you, because you don't need to achieve or gain something to have access to your most powerful emotions. You just have to find a way to let go of how you used to view the world, which told you that you had to do or gain something to receive love from yourself, to feel your most powerful emotions. Then you return to the soul, where you're at peace with everything happening. You're in the stage of life you are at. You don't need to solve it, transmute it, be of it. And in that, the acceptance is a release. And the release allows your soul to come forward and you to see everything as just information. And then you choose that new path. You manually tell yourself, I'm going to come back into Earth, and I'm gonna become this person. A hybrid identity as your interdimensional soul decides to place its entirety into a body, upgrade the cells and DNA so you can be a superhuman. And you can use your imagination to change energy in the quantum field based on any improvement you would like to see in the real world. You integrate those realms, and that'll give you a much greater sense of peace. So think about that diagram, my friends, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. But remember, the V, right? You have the old story, and then in order to let go of your attachment to it and any feeling that you're fighting that shadow of who you used to be, will start to become more of an understanding and a sense of compassion when you return back to your soul and you observe the life you're in with a guiding sense of the divine feminine and a protecting sense of the divine masculine. Because when you're placing yourself in your soul's position, you are the divine mother and the divine father. So as soon as you're able to let go of needing to prove to yourself that you can heal something or overcome something, or you want to gain something to make you feel more whole, you let go of that expectation in the moment, and you come back, sorry about that, you come back to your soul's resonance, and that's the divine mother and father, and you look at that old part of you, that old timeline, with a sense of compassion, you know. And as your soul, you communicate with that old version of you. You can go to old memories as your soul, bring your light and your galactic power with you, the being you are, to those memories in your life that are connected to that old timeline. And you really show that version of you a sense of compassion and a sense of guidance in that, hey, you explain to that version of you why this thing had to happen. You give it a purpose that can align with where you're wanting to go. Repurpose your memories and your past to align with where you're heading now. And then after you do that, and you're still in your soul's position, and you're observing the world, you say, okay, what character am I gonna play in this world? Right? What timeline am I gonna choose? And you see your soul, you feel your soul go from observing reality to coming back into reality as this new avatar. Okay. Now, like I said in the earlier part of the video, for a limited time, I'm offering a free starseed coaching session because there are a lot of you watching my videos that have powerful starseed connections in this universe, and sometimes you don't feel fully satisfied in life until you can activate that essence and allow it to spread through your actual reality. So book now while spots are still available, and if there is no availability, send me a message and I'll get back to you after I take time off in about a week or so. Okay? Well, you guys have an amazing day. Thank you for being here. I'd love to get to know you guys, so let me know what you've been going through in the comments, what you've been learning. This is a safe place where vulnerability is authenticity, which allows you to fully show up in who you are without the need to appear a certain way. Okay? So stay in simplicity and power, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.